Hey everybody, welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina Kristina. This is where we read books and talk about books. No special effects going on here, no theme music, none of that fancy schmancy stuff going on here. Also, um, I didn't like this episode at all. I'll step right up to the front on that. And uh as you know, if you've been following my videos, at the number one video most likely to go garbled is this one. Of all my videos, this is the number one that most likely will go garbled at some point. It may have already gone garbled right now. It may take 10 minutes. It may take 20 minutes. It may take 40 minutes. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed. You can let Hewlett Packard and Best Buy know. They tell me there's absolutely nothing wrong with my computer. They've done tons of diagnostics, uh, you know, and it's come down to the point that we think it's either a hardware or a software problem that cannot be fixed because this problem was like that from day one. And I don't believe in factory wipes. I just don't. And that's how I got screwed. I screwed myself because I don't believe in factory wipes. Otherwise, I should have returned this. I never should have bought it, is the first thing. But all my other computers have died, so it's all I've got now. So we are on season 6, disc 2. And if you haven't watched any of my other recaps, I've been doing this since season 1, since last September. Each Friday morning, we go through a recap of the episodes. And then each Friday afternoons, I do it if then. If you like this author, then maybe you like that author. I got into a serious Halloween binge, and I even missed a few. I found a few later that I missed and thought about a few that I forgot about. Um, uh, I did horrors, suspense, thrillers, cozy Halloweens, not so cozy Halloweens, and some more Halloweens. And hey, no biting the wire. She doesn't like it when I come near you. Stop biting my wire. She likes it better when I do the books, then she can be on the couch with me. But when I do the Star Trek, she can't be on the couch with me. Because I'm not on a couch. I'm on a chair. So, we did Schisms, we did True Crew, we did Rascals last week, and today we are finishing off the disc with a fistful of datas. And I didn't really like it. Where are we? So we start off the episode, um, Captain's log stardate 46271.5. The Enterprise has entered an orbit of Daishanian 7, but our scheduled rendezvous with the supply ship Biko has been delayed another 48 hours. In the meantime, many members of the crew are taking advantage of the delay to pursue their own projects, including myself. So this may be the one shot I get of Picard with the flute. But oh, and here's my little culprit. Here's my little Smokey. We do Allison Brooks library books together. Her book has a Smokey Joe. Mine's a girl Smokey, and mine was a Smokey first. Yes, ma'am. Goodbye. Um, so he's playing his old flute, and then he gets interrupted. So Jordy and Data come in, and they say, Captain, we'd like your permission to take the engineering computer offline for a couple of hours. We're working on a new interface that would allow Data to act as an emergency backup in event of a ship-wide systems failure. In theory, my neural network should be able to sustain systems until primary control is restored. Excuse me, leave my wire alone. Um, it sounds like an intriguing experiment. I'll be interested to see the results. Permission granted. Uh, Jody says, it's possible that we may even be able to run secondary systems through data. Weapons, controls, sensors array. Yes, I get the idea, Picard says. Mr. LaForge, thank you. Please proceed. And they leave. Oh, why is Picard wearing blue? His uniform is not red. Or is it just my computer? It might be my computer. Why is that blue? So then Beverly comes in. She wants to ask him about the breakfast. Apparently, the breakfast is a play, and she wants him to do a couple of lines. Being the butler, I think she says. Um, yeah, you'll play the butler. Well, I'll think about it and let you know. And she's like, "Oh, wonderful! See you at 1:30." So then Worf comes in. Captain, I'm sorry to interrupt you. No, please, Mr. Wolf, come in. I was hoping to take advantage of Bilko's delay by staging ship-wide security drills. I have planned a tentative schedule. Oh, yes, this is very impressive, Mr. Wolf. But we're taking on new personnel at Starbase 118 in a few weeks. Surely the drills can wait till then. In that case, I will use the time to perform maintenance checks on the forward phaser array. Mr. Wolf, is there some reason why you're trying to give yourself no more work? No, sir. I simply wish to use the extra time. Enjoy yourself. You have the free time. Use it. Yes, sir. And he leaves. I don't know why he just didn't ask the captain for a couple of hours off to begin with. He had to go this roundabout route. I was looking for a wide shot and I can't get it. I have to get a tripod. And I have to become more intelligent. There you go. I admit it right there. I'm not smart. I get a tripod from my phone so I can videotape all the hijinks that Smokey does while I'm doing the Star Trek video. And then really figure out how to put it up in the corner like all the other peeps do. I have no idea how to do that. None. But it would be interesting to see uh, all the hijinks she does while I'm doing the Star Trek video. So, anyways, Worf comes in and tells his son the good news. His son is all excited. Worf isn't too excited. But the captain has given him the time off, and Worf and Alexander are going to pursue the holodeck. And what dangerous positions can they get into in the holodeck? Oh, and a hint. It's gonna be a Western. So Worf and his son Alexander go to Deadwood. And I'm telling you, this looks like a much cleaner version of the actual Deadwood. It was a series on HBO. You can probably find it on YouTube at some point in some place. You can probably find it on DVDs. I think I have a couple, I'm not sure. With Surgeon and the gang. That series should have lasted longer than it did. They did do a reunion show a couple years ago. And it was still good. It was still a good series. So please go check that out. But this is Deadwood, and Alexander tells Worf they are in Deadwood, 19th century Earth, the ancient West. Guy sitting on the rocking chair with a pipe. One of those people that is a lookout. So here they are, Worf and Alexander. What is our function here? You're the sheriff and I'm the deputy. So we're law enforcement. Right, says Alexander. They look cute, don't they? Two Klingons in the West. I wonder why Alexander picked the West. Maybe because he's studying it in history? Jordy, I have noticed that you have not shaved. Are you attempting to grow another beard? As a matter of fact, I am, Data. What do you think? As in the case with many natural growth processes, it's difficult to envision the end product based on an intermediate stage. You're right. Give it a few more days. Okay, and then he's gonna plug in the circuits to Data's head. I'm going to need to access your auxiliary inputs. One moment. Um, Data taps some stuff. I must admit, Data, I never get used to seeing you like this. I do not understand. You are constantly working on similar electronic systems, yet their appearances do not disturb you. But you're not just another electronic system. Thank you, Jordy. Nor are you just another biological organism. All right, Jordy says, that should do it. Are you ready? Establishing computer link-up interface. All right, let's see what you can do. So then we're back in Deadwood again. Um, you wrote this hollow program yourself? Alexander says, well, Mr. Barclay helped. I must have a talk with Mr. Barclay, Wolf says. Then there's a gunshot. An attempting sexy lady on the balcony. Then there's a guy playing piano. Guys playing cards. A wanted poster, $5,000 reward. Wanted dead or alive Eli Hollander. Looks like Mr. Hollander is shooting his own poster. Worf and Alexander make their presence known in the bar. That's the bad guy, Alexander says. His name is Eli Hollander. They call him Butcher of Boozman. He's killed 23 men. He's the meanest and the toughest gunslinger in the West. You have to watch him. He's fast. So I'm here to apprehend him if you can. So Worf walks over and says, you're under arrest. So Worf walks over and says, you're under arrest. And Eli says, is that so? And Worf punches him. You'll come with me. No, 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 computer freeze program. What's wrong? That was too easy. It has to be harder to beat the bad guy, otherwise it's no fun. Computer increase program, difficulty to level 4. Go back to where my father and I first walk into the saloon. And they replay it again. So this time, since they've increased the difficulty level, when Worf and Alexander walk in the bar, everybody leaves because they don't want to be hit by the bullets, as Alexander explains. Now, there's a little too much sunlight coming in here. I'd like to be able to see the actors. I don't know how much you can see, but I can't see very much here myself. So Wolf goes over to the table. He says, looks like the new sheriff was here to arrest me. That don't sound like a bright idea. You've been accused of committing homicide. If you mean murder, then I guess I'm guilty. I've killed 23 men. One more ain't going to make much of a difference. Of course, shooting someone as ugly as you couldn't be considered a crime. Could it? You were just born that way. Or did your mom marry an armadillo? And they started gun. Someone shoots a gun. Wolf is hit by a chair. He punches out some people. And they have a big blown out fight. So Troy becomes part of the program too, and she shoots the bad guy's hat off his head, and everybody turns and looks at her. Then we are back in engineering, and I get the feeling that my analytics have gone, my audio has gone. It's just this feeling I've got, but the video is messed up on my end, so I'm hoping it's not messed up when I play it back. But I've got the feeling that the audio has gone here. Cross your fingers that it has not gone. Um, this is I'm now attempting to access the long-range sensor array. Jordy says forward sensor array coming online. We're getting a clear scan. I perform a routine maintenance check on the starboard inertial dampening system. Dampeners online. Maintenance check in progress. Data. I think we're onto something here. Let's see what you can do with secondary systems. Try gravitational control. Data has some issues. There appears to be an energy fluctuation in my neural net. I am disconnecting my interface to the computer. Interface deactivated. You are right. I have experienced a brief power surge in my positronic subprocessor. I am fine. Maybe the interface coding isn't stable than we thought. Looks like we've got a couple hours of system analysis before we can try this again. Let's check the interface programming. Data picks up a tricorder and flips it, and does the gun flip like on the holodeck did the gun flip. Yeah, my audio really has gone. I'm getting upset now. But anyways, let's see if we can do this okay. This right here, it looks like the back of a truck to me. It's probably not the back of a truck. However, I could swear that's a license plate. I'm just saying that's what it looks like from here. So Eli is in the jail. What are his rights in this century? Is there to be a trial or shall I execute him? We're supposed to hold him until the U.S. Marshal comes, then we'll take him to Rapid City for a trial. Frankly, I don't think I'll be around here that long, not after my old man hears about this. What old man are you referring to? My pop. When he breaks me out of this tin can, the grave digger will be working overtime. Your pa is no match for Sheriff Worf. Yes, when your pa comes, we'll be ready for him. I just wanted to show this cute picture of Worf and Alexander. So then, why, even in the 90s, they did smoking as sexy? I do not know why they should not have had Troy smoking at all. That's smoking causes cancer. Um, she says her name is Durango. I'm called Durango. Well, yes, Councilor Durango, perhaps she would consider becoming a temporary deputy. For a price, she says, $500. Alexander, we require large amounts of currency. Yes, sir, I'll go to the bank and make a withdrawal. Deanna, how do you know so much about this period in history? My father used to read me stories from the American West when I was a little girl. I admit I always wanted to play the part of the mysterious stranger. She's like, pay attention to me, mommy. Don't do what you want to do. Pay attention to me. I'm eating your wires. I'm getting into stuff I should not be getting into. I just want your attention, mommy. So, Annie, the saloon person comes in. Why, thank you, miss? Why, thank you, miss. And she says he was great. You big gala, you best not forget that tonight, because I'm going to make you beefsteak and some gooseberry goblet dessert. Joy says, sounds delicious. And then she says, I bought some special candles for setting the table. Pure beeswax. I will not be able to come this evening. I have a prisoner. Joy says, I'll watch him for you, Sheriff. You two go have a good time. Worf says, that's very considerate of you, but I would be negligent in my duties if I didn't stay. Besides, you promised Alexander he'd play, right? Um, it's another woman. It's the floozy down there at Miss Langford's house. Who? And then Annie slaps him. You know, in other episodes, when they're on a planet or when they're someplace else, when they want to show that they're back on the Enterprise, they show the Enterprise like this before going inside the Enterprise. They're on the holodeck. So their thing is, we're going from inside the holodeck to outside the holodeck. I'm just saying. And Picard is still trying to play his flute and listen to some Mozart and other stuff. Okay. We get to be extras on Star Trek, and we're not even going to be killed. Isn't that cool? So they're working on the play, and Beverly is having issues. And Riker's reading Felicia's captive taxonomic nomenclature and epidemic quadruple by nature. And Dr. Crusher is like, huh? She gets the pen for him. That's not the right dialogue. And she says, your visual, olfactory, and auditory senses contribute to, I recognize that. This is dated poetry. What? The play's gone. I keep just getting more poetry. Doesn't it look like he's holding a cell phone? 20 years before cell phones were introduced, but that looks like a cell phone. Now, I don't know why a device that was separate from everything on the ship got contaminated, but it did. They must have this thing called Wi-Fi that has not been invented yet. And they got a virus. So Beverly is in engineering, and they're going to start doing diagnostics on everything and try and figure out why data materials appeared on the iPad or the futuristic iPad. So Alexander just went to the bank and got $500 in coins. So Alexander gets mugged and brought to the bad guy. Alexander tries to freeze program and it does not freeze. And the bad guy is revealed to be Data. He Data programs food for the cat, and the cat hates it. And then Spot jumps on his computer and prevents him the ability to work. I know that feeling. I know that everybody in the world who has a cat has had that happen to them. So then Worf starts looking for Alexander. he goes into the bar. She says, "This ain't, um, he ordered wine." And she's like, "This in Kansas City, we ain't got none of that fancy European stuff here. Maybe I should get you a sherry. Ain't that what they serve at Miss Langford's?" And then Data comes in. So as the bad guy, the name is Frank Hollander. What are you smiling at? Nothing, nothing at all, Mr. Hollander. What is it you want? My boy. That's impossible. Your son is to stand trial for murder. Well, then we'll just have to work something out. Is there anything you want in exchange for my boy? You have nothing I want. Is that so? Is that so? What about your deputy? What about him? Where is he? You don't negotiate with criminals. Your son will stand trial. Wolf tries to walk past Data, and Data hurts him. Not so fast. Commander, what are you doing? I hit the mood for game, Chef. And Wolf tries to freeze program, and it won't freeze. Worf comes into the sheriff's office and tells Troy that the holodeck safeguards are not functioning. Alexander is in trouble. And she realizes that Worf has been shot, and she asks the computer to end program and to get security. There's another character in the program, Hollander's father, and he looks like Data. And she tries to bind Worf's arm with her bandana. Data, but it's not Data. I cannot explain it. I believe he's taken Alexander. Data's character says, "Oh, now isn't that a shame? Poor sheriff's been injured. What's the matter? Was my part a little too rough with you?" And he's like, "Huh? Why is the computer creating characters that look like Data? Where have they taken my son? Where is he? Temper, temper, Sheriff. My pa ain't going to like it if I come home all bruised." Troy says, "Wait. We have to remember, even though the holodeck safeguards may be off, this is still a program. If we can just get to the end of the story the way it was designed to play out, the computer will automatically terminate." "Perhaps you're right," Wolf says. "I'll begin by speaking with the people in town. Maybe someone witnessed Alexander's abduction." "You're right." I was trying to get a good group shot, and every time I tried to get a good group shot, Riker's behind somebody. We get a captain's log supplemental. Commander LaForge and Mr. Data believe they have found the cause of mysterious malfunctions that have been plaguing the ship. "We think our interface equipment may have caused one of the computer's core subroutines to be altered. When the interference malfunction occurred, subroutine C47 was replaced by elements from a personal programming." "What does C47 control?" Riker asks. "Library computer access, replicator selection, replication of program. No critical systems. That would explain why your music composition program began playing the Slavonic dances. I've been analyzing the collective works of Antony and Davik. It's the same with Dr. Crush's play and the food replicators. The replicators on decks 4 through 9 are producing nothing but cat food." God says cat food. Alright, this is a little better. "I've been formulating nutritional supplements before Spot. When can you have the problem corrected? We are currently attempting to isolate the corrupt circuit pathways," Data says. "I reckon the process should take less than 2 hours. "What did you say?" "I said the process should take less than 2 hours. "No, you said reckon. According to my memory, like Data says, I did not use the words. Y'all must be mistaken. There, Data, you did it again. Did what? Still unfortunate, perhaps you should take Mr. Data to engineering, see if you can find the problem." "Aye, sir." Roy notices that the bad guy in the cell is shuffling cards just as fast as Data shuffles cards. I don't know why that's important. I don't know why they made a big deal out of it, but they did. So then Worf returns. I spoke to several witnesses who saw Alexander being abducted as he was leaving the bank by one of Hollander's men. We must begin a systematic search of the town. We've got another problem. I saw Eli playing cards. He was shuffling the way Data does when he plays poker. He doesn't just look like Data, he has Data's abilities, which means his father also does. So then Data, the bad guy, comes in. I've come to see my boy. Remove your weapons. Better take a good look at that gun, Sheriff. You might be seeing it again real soon. How are you treating me, my boy? Real bad part. They ain't fed me since I got here, and the sheriff's been roughing me up, so I'm fierce. Don't you worry, boy. The sheriff's going to pay. Who's a stranger? Don't know. She ain't said her name, but she's in cahoots with the sheriff, and she's mighty mean with the Winchester. You sit tight, boy. I'll have you home in time for supper. I'm going to give you one more opportunity to avoid an ugly situation. Release my boy. I reconsidered your offer. I release your son in exchange for my deputy. I thought you might have a change of heart. Meet me in 2 hours in front of the saloon. I'll be in front of the delivery. Strangers ain't invited. Agreed. And then leave. So then Troy says, in every Western I've ever read, the villains always break their word. You can't be trusted. But we have made an honorable agreement. They're not concerned with honor war. This is the ancient West. There's a gunfighter out there who has the speed and accuracy of an android, and in 2 hours he's going to try to kill you. So then Riker comes in. Mr. Data, howdy, Commander. Jordy, what have you found? Well, we figured part of my memory structure was replaced with information from the computer's recreational database, specifically the files related to the 19th century American West. That would explain the accident, Riker says. You've got it, partner. This is the result of the experimental interface, I'm afraid so. But we've initiated a progressive memory purge to restore Data's programming to its original state. You should be back to normal in a couple of hours. And what about the computer's recreational database? We started a memory purge there as well. It'll take another hour, maybe 2. This is Commander, you just sit tight. We'll have this all fixed up in time for supper. Good. So then Worf and Troy are working out plans. I will be positioned here at the eastern end of the street. Frank Collins says he will approach from this end. When he reaches this point, he will be within range. Understood. What about Alexander? There's a rain barrel in front of the saloon. It should be enough to stop the bullets. You would not believe what I just went through to get the old man reason to give up his telegraph machine. It's a Morse code transmitter. Excellent. Lord knows why I keep risking my life for you, Sheriff. Oh, yes, thank you, Miss Annie. I'm your dad. And the clock chimes. I've connected the communicator's energy cell to service the power source. How long will it last? Not more than 15 seconds. It's highly unstable. Let's hope it's enough. Okay. So Eli and Worf walk out into the street. The shopkeeper closes up and pulls down his blinds. The sun is over the rough. It's an old western setting. Eli gets out and walks Alexander. Alexander runs over to the cover of the saloon. Worf switches on his personal force field and Frank fires, emptying his pistol for nothing. His force field drops up. Troy gets the drop on the outlet. Don't even think about it. Senior Frank! We watch in slow motion as Frank catches and starts to aim. Frank shoots it out of his hand, and the Mexican goes down into hiding. Frank's like, go ahead and shoot me. Don't show your face in the shot again. And they leave. Okay. So then while in the saloon, they're all cheering that they won. Are you alright? Yes. End program. I don't understand this. The story should be over. What's left? Computer end program. Sheriff, you're standing with shooting iron as you wash the woman's heart. Computer ends program. And the computer ends. So we get a captain's log. Was commanded data and the ship's computer have been restored to normal operation. Our rendezvous with the supply ship Pico has been proceeded as planned. And Watchman and Alexander have a chat. Father, after what happened, I guess you'll never want to go back to that ancient West. The town of Deadwood may face danger once again. If they do, they'll need a sheriff and a deputy, and that makes Alexander very happy. So that was the end of Fistful of Days, and it is also the end of this disc. So I hope you'll tune in next week to find out what's going to happen, which shows we'll tune into. And I hope this wasn't garbled the whole video. Have a good one.